Hello everybody, just wanted to welcome you to another Cooking with Denoy episode. This episode's kind of interesting because we're going to try something new. In the past, you've seen me make rotini here with sausages and the pasta sauce. What I typically did was I boiled the rotini or the spaghetti until it got soft. Then I cut up the meat and put that in the pasta sauce. But I think one of the viewers said you don't have to boil the rotini or the pasta. So we're going to try to skip that step, and hopefully it'll turn out all right. These are bratwurst that I had bought yesterday, and I ate there was like 5 of them. I ate 2 of them with rice. I had 3 left over that I sealed up in this thing, and then I kept it in my cooler here with ice, so it should still be fine. But what we're going to do is cut these guys up using a spoon. I'm just going to cut them into like bite-sized pieces and then put them into my rice cooker here, which is because we're going to be cooking from the front while we're driving. Although we're heading to the beach where I will have access to 120 volt power, I'm going to go ahead and try to save some time by cooking while I'm driving. So my first thing I'm going to do is just cut up the meat into bite-sized pieces. Then I'm going to add the rotini. And then on top of that, I'm going to pour the pasta sauce. Then we're going to drive and cook. And hopefully it actually works. I'll let you know. Just wanted to show what I'm doing to cut up the pieces because I don't feel like taking out my knife and actually doing some slicing and stuff. So I'm just taking my spoon here and just pressing down and making bite-sized pieces, see? You can tell the meat's already cooked, so it's not red or anything, because I cooked it fairly well yesterday. But we're going to do this to all of it, and that way we have all this meat in here. And we're going to do that to every single one of these. As you can see, I've got my meat all chopped up. This is bratwurst. It would probably be better with Italian sausages, but all I had, what I found on sale the other day was bratwurst, so that's what I'm using. So, put all the bratwurst in here. See that? Then we're just going to add our rotini here and spaghetti sauce. As you can see, I've poured in the rotini on top of the bratwurst. And now we're just going to add our Rinaldi Sicilian family recipe sausage pasta sauce. I've added the sauce and actually have some more left, which I will probably add if there's room. But what I'm going to do is try to mix everything up by stirring it up right now. That way, hopefully, everything will cook. This better work. I mean, it should work because the sauce is got liquid. It's got like water in it, I think. Or if not, I'll just add some water. Okay, as you can see, it's a bit dry because there's no water in there. So I'm going to add some more sauce at this point. Just pour the sauce right on it. So essentially, I used up a whole jar. Okay. Got my sauce added. I'll stir it up some more. Then I'm going to put the lid on it and lock it into place and start the cooking process. Alrighty, I put the lid on it and secured it with my elastic stuff here, the bungee cords, and now I need to turn the cooking system on. If you'll recall, I have a switch here. See that switch right here? This will connect the house battery to the vehicle battery. There is no house battery right now, but the cabling, the wiring for the house battery goes right up to the inverter back there, which I'll show you in a moment. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it on, and the inverter back here is still connected. So there's a 550 watt inverter here. I don't know if you can see that here. That normally connects to the vehicle, the house battery, but there is no house battery, but the inverter is still hooked up. So all I have to do is turn it on, and I turn it on by holding this button down. Okay, see how the light came on there? It says it's pulling 23 watts, 37 watts right now, 22 watts. So it's on and working. And the rice cooker, as you can see here, the little light is on, which means it is on warm mode. I'm going to push it down and put it on cook mode. Oops. Alright, and you can hear the inverter fan kicking on. It's now on cook mode, so it is heating up like at high heat. And the inverter back there says 314 watts. So the unit is cooking right now. So we're currently at the Ogali Library. I'm getting ready to head out of here, back to the beach side to take a shower and eat dinner and just chill, maybe go for a bike ride or a walk on the beach if it's not too dark. And we're going to take advantage of driving and cooking to save a little bit of time, since we're burning the gas anyways. Hopefully the food will be pretty much done when we get there. If it's not, I'll just unplug it and plug it into the free 120 volt access that I have on the Millennium Park where I'm headed. So that's where we're going to head to try to have dinner, finish cooking the food if need be. Alright, I have arrived at Millennium Beach, and as you can see there's water droplets there on the lid of the rice cooker, because we've been cooking for probably about 15 minutes. And it looks like it is cooking, indeed cooking, as the water is boiling. I don't know if it's done yet or not, but I'm going to take the whole unit out and take it to the, see the picnic pavilion there? Wow, it looks like there's a whole bunch of people staying there. So I don't know if I can get up to a plug outlet, because there's like a whole bunch of people camping out there. Some are homeless. But anyhow, I'm going to take my little cooker over there and let it continue cooking, because I'm going to shut down my car here. I'm going to shut down my van. Right now we're still running off the vehicle battery. So I'm going to power it off. Just throw my switch, and that should kill the... See, I just threw the switch here. My little switch to turn it off. So the unit is turned off now, and I'm going to take it over there and just plug it in and let it keep cooking. Stir it up a little bit. And I'll show you what the dinner looks like. Alright. I've relocated the cooking unit to the pavilion here at the beach, at Millennium Beach, and we are now cooking off 120 volt power from the wall socket here. You can see the food is indeed cooking. It's bubbling, but the noodles still seem a little bit stiff, so I'm gonna let it cook some more, maybe in another 5 or 10 minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and let that cook some more. Seal it back up. Hopefully it'll steam up and cook. So it does seem to work, but takes quite a bit longer. Get these stupid flies out of here. There are flies all over this place. I'm gonna let it cook in there, and we'll check on it in maybe about 5-10 minutes. Okay, so here now is tonight's dinner. It is garden rotini with bratwurst instead of Italian sausage, and I did manage to cook it without adding water. I just cooked it with the sauce, and it did cook, although it seems a little bit the noodles aren't as big as they normally get when they absorb the water. So I'm going to taste it and see if it tastes all right. It's a little bit drier than what I'm used to, but I guess you could cook it like this. I think maybe in the future, maybe add a little bit of water. and then cook it so that it can absorb a little bit more water, because it absorbed the water that was in the tomato sauce, but I don't think there was enough water in there. So it's edible, it's good, just a little dry. Some people might actually like it like that, but me, I like it when the noodle's a little bit puffy, so I'll probably continue to boil it. Although I might not use as much water. I'll boil it and just let the water boil away, and then add the meat and the sauce. That way I don't have to dump any of the water, and I can conserve it. So, was what the experiment. Food's edible. Just a little bit drier than what I'm used to. By the way, as I mentioned previously, stupid fly, I'm getting out of here. There's like flies everywhere. The bratwurst was being used instead of Italian sausage, because that's what I had, and it tastes fine. It tastes similar to the sausage. I couldn't really tell the difference, so I guess I could chew it a little bit more, but it's good. So rotini with bratwurst and spaghetti sauce is a good meal.